I now give the floor to Senator Scott Ludland from Australia.
Madam President, my name is Scott Ludlam and I am a Senator in the Australian Parliament representing the Australian Greens. You will understand that I'm not here to represent the views of my government. They have made those views clear by their absence. Thank you firstly, Madam President, and your staff for your skillful facilitation of this historic process which is now so close to its conclusion. I want to also offer my profound thanks to all of the delegations who have put months and in some cases years into bringing this document together. It has truly been a partnership between governments and civil society organisations. I understand that simply banning nuclear weapons is not simple at all, and that not everyone got everything they wanted into the consensus text. But thank you all for the spirit of constructive engagement that you have brought to this work. And like all of you, I'm looking forward to a consensus agreement on this text tomorrow. I want to thank you firstly for responding to the collective will of your peoples and for listening to the voices of the Hibaksha, whose message has never been more important than today. This treaty will change the way that these weapons are spoken of all over the world, including in the states not represented today. It helps us as parliamentarians and civil society representatives to build the case for abolition. So as your work in here is now so close to its conclusion, for those of us returning to nuclear weapon states and their allies, our work is really only just beginning. We commit to all of you this morning to make our way home and campaign for our governments to recognise that this treaty is the best chance we have to build a truly secure world free of nuclear weapons. One by one, we will bring them into the room. So please know, you have allies and supporters in parliaments and civil society organisations in all of the nuclear-armed and umbrella states who are committed to bringing your work to fruition. Thank you for everything that you have done to make this moment possible.
I thank the representatives of the civil society for their messages to this conference. I thank them also for their messages which will lend momentum to this process as we move forward, and I recognise the arduous work that they have undertaken in recent weeks and months, indeed over a long period of time, so that we can make progress. We are conducting operative work and will continue to do so in the afternoon to revise the text, but we are ultimately preparing for a debate, a future discussion about how we feel as we come to the end of this process, a process that will culminate tomorrow. Now, the programme of work that was approved by the conference on the 30th of June for this week is submitted for your consideration, and it clearly states that tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning we will be once again here in a plenary meeting in this room, room 1. We will first of all tomorrow hear the report of the Credentials Committee. We will then move to item 9, the adoption of the treaty, and that will be document A/conf/229/2017/L.3/Rev1. There will be no other matters to deal with. We will then move to item 10, other matters, and then we will adopt the report of the conference with the code L/A/conf/229/2017/L2. That's the code of the report that will be adopted under item 11 of the agenda. Item 12 of the agenda will be the closure of the conference. This is all contained in the programme of work adopted by the conference on the 30th of June. I also need to inform you that Mr. Abdelkarim Aibaz of the text, and that revision process will begin at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Text, and that revision process will begin at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning.